Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're back here on Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And we are continuing on with Justice for All, Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout, Part 1 through 2, Trial. So what happened in the first episode was Phoenix got amnesia because it seems like someone hit him over the head with, I think it was a fire extinguisher. So now he's forgotten everything he knows about being a defendant and stuff like that. So, what are we doing? We're relearning everything, basically. With a new trial, it's another murder. It seems like all these are murders. But yeah, last time they had the first witness, and it was Gumshoe. We figured out that most likely she didn't do the murder, but apparently there's a witness that apparently saw her push the guy off. So, we're going to continue on here where I guess we're going to see the second witness. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. Why didn't they wait till 11:45? District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Amnesia? Yes, this might be hard for you to understand, but I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry. I didn't mention it to you. I'm sorry. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. What are you gonna do to me? Come on, lower your head. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. No Maggie kick. I'll say a hit to the head was what caused the amnesia. I don't need to lose everything I've learned so far. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong, trying to tackle everyone's problems. Well, we're here to solve your problems first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Yes, sir! Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No. That's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. Exactly, Maggie. Maggie with a Y, not an I-E. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name's Phoenix, right? Ace Attorney, correct? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. Is that my card? My business card? I got it from you. It's my most prized possession. What? Are you my fan? You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? But there's some numbers written on the back. Wait a second. If it's his business card, he probably has extras on him. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Oh, well, it's good to know my cell phone number. Why do I need this for a court record? I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? Can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone. But, what cell phone incident? That sounds important. Your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry then, tell me. This might be important. Okay, roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up my lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Ba-da-da-da-da. The blue badger! It's on her shirt! Or hoodie, jacket, whatever. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie? Okay. That's how they knew her name! But they didn't tell her if it was a Y or an IE, so the person just thought it was IE Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found? I gave it to you yesterday. Oh. Huh? To me? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up, perhaps. You were here all along! What? Mia! Oh, wait. Who are you? I don't know you. You're so mean. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who the heck is this? Yeah, who is this, this young girl? Yes. Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl, too. Good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. Oh, Maya. Sorry. Not Mia. Maybe I do have amnesia. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Terrible. Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Oh, what is it? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It's kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. These guys are members of that group. Okay, list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers, members of a con artist group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me, come on. And where do you get this list from in the first place? You don't remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look for it. Oh, is that right? Right, huh? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. Oh, good, the call history. So that's where they're from. You're awful forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be as forgetful old prune like you. Old prune? I'm not that old. How old is Nick? Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is, how do I put this? Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oops. Guess you have to get going. I can talk about you, being old later, Nick. Why? Wish us luck. Guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. I don't know if that's all the pieces, but all that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. Okay. So, we have some more evidence now. Oh, did we switch sides again? Court will now reconvene. Please call the next witness to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the second witness. A drifter who's been taking a day in the park on the day of the murder. Wait, walking in the park the day of the murder. Jeez. Please state your name for the court witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Alright, go ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that, no. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrong. Oh, drifter, that's right. Sure, I suppose calling me, but oh my gosh. Top grade, high quality, unbeatable university, walk. I can't read that fast enough. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? Good, okay. If he talks more, we might be able to get him to say something he's not supposed to. I have to question him. Yes, him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? You aren't wearing glasses, sir. That's enough. Your name, witness? Quit shaking your hair. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. It won't happen again, I'm sorry. Judge! You do have all the power. Come on. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso? With a PhD in drifting, as it were. Can you get a PhD in drifting? My guess is no. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were taking a stroll through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, Anyways, please testify to this court what you saw during the walk through the park. See, you said it again, taking a walk. You know you... Order. What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. I don't like him. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remembered her sweet face. It was about that pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana? What banana? That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah, that's all you have to say. How can you be so calm? It's a banana, right? Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, that can only mean one thing. That guy's lying! Oh, I know, right, Phoenix? I can tell. You must now question the witness, Mr. Wright. If I find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies... Okay, let's try to press him on some stuff. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought. Okay, what were you deep in thought about? Please tell. You seem to have a lot of free time. Huh, that was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. No-name? Trashy? What do you mean? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded buffoon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Huh! Please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. This guy thinks a lot of himself. That arrogant little snot. Okay. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. Okay, why do you think that? I see you're not wearing a watch, so why do you think it's that time? Who needs a watch? Come on. Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? If you're just a third-rate, biased fool, I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. I hate him. I hate him so much. His arrogance is really intolerable. Press harder. Yes, hit the desk. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? Did he check his phone? Tisk tisk. I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. It is fun, okay? It is fun to hit desks and point at people. Huh. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. Oh, this guy. There was a little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? Is it a thing that tells time? Oh! Actually, it wasn't the picture there. So it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole conception of oh my gosh, he's going first class. Ridiculous notion. Freely. Okay. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Maybe they're not meaningless, maybe. Talk about first class waste of time. Thank you. In any case, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Okay. And how do you know he was a police officer? His outfit. You obviously have no idea how powerful my deduction and reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself... Oh my gosh, he's doing it again. Officer uniform, yes. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Nick, do you think he's figured out what to do? What I do? Oh. No, I don't think so. Met the eyes of a charming young lady, and you said it was the defendant? Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Oh, that shaking of his head. Animals have a thing called eyes, Mr. Wright. They use these eyes to see things. In any case, humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if you have them or not. Do you or do you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if it was alright with you. Okay, it was the pretty defendant. Okay. Are you sure? So you're sure? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. Oh my gosh, he's calling me out every time he talks. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself would have made a mistake. Of course, yes, yes. Ho ho ho, of course, yes, of course. Did you notice anything else? The banana. Talk about the banana. Tell me about it. The banana. Oh, he's talking about the glove. The glove, I'm pretty sure. Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. It's the glove. Why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. It's about the bananas. There being bananas at the crime scene. What if it's not a lie? Maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. Yes. Inaccuracy. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying, that's exactly what we need to do. Okay, so let's skip past all of this. Get to the part with the bananas. Bananas. Okay, and we're going to present the glove. So this kind of does look like a bunch of bananas, I'll admit. Mr. Wellington! I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. You kept the bananas, Mr. Wright? Good on you. Ha! So you knew about the bananas, too. Why didn't you say so earlier? Use your eyes, Mr. Wellington. They're not bananas. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? What? A baseball glove? Oh, he's freaking out. Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. He loves bananas. Knows nothing about baseball. I think he loves bananas. No, has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? He's supposed to be wearing glasses or contacts, isn't he? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. It's not very simple, no. No, I don't think it's so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse. Oh. He's going crazy. But that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? Because they look bad, right? That's what you're thinking? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Do they happen to be blue? And of course, I was planning on getting a new pair right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses. So, to replace them, how about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing the glasses then? He about choked himself. How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man, Mr. Wright. You're like those people who... Oh, Joan of Arc? Oh, courageous? Oh, he's talking about Joan of Arc, yeah. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, to identify the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Are you surprised? He might not even saw the right time. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, yes. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next. We got him. We got him on the ropes. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Must have been about 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. Still so sure of yourself? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that's correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. Oh, do you see his face? Oh. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. I don't think he could see the clock either. So she saw you? Okay. And then ran away. She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, and I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who can only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Don't admit that, Phoenix. Don't give him anything. Anyways, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? Objection? The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. You're striking the question? What? But he can't see your face! How to get more information. After that, I immediately called the police station. Okay. As in, do you have a cell phone? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute right might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach that in that pitiful school? You think people learn about calling the police in college? No. Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court records for a sec. 6:45, okay. How do you know what time it was? The detective told me. You know which one. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. What's with you and no-name colleges and stuff? Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, a top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you're just some lousy kid who, Gumshoe, be quiet, please. I think the court can see your point. Anyways, how did the police respond? The 10 minutes, yeah. So you're saying that the police were there on the scene by 7 p.m. They got there before that, I think. There's usually aren't many people in the area at that time of day, but suddenly before I knew it, there were people crawling over, gawking. Wait, it certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. Okay, so let's look at the court record. Let's present the autopsy. Because it said it was at 6:28. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45. That actually is a pretty big gap of time. You said you was only maybe a minute elapsed. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Oh, choking himself again, I see. You can't get out of it that easily. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during the 15-minute gap. Possibly drawing Maggie in the sand. The witness was in shock at the time after the witnessed a terrible murder. It's only expected that he had to be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little daze. Mr. Wellington, yes? Explain yourself. Where were you doing during the 15 minutes? Answer the question, please. Telephone. Spit it out. I was searching for a telephone booth. The telephone booth was right there. It's in the picture. A phone booth. You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions. As if you're trying to open up all the layers of the doll. You must think you're really something special. Yes, actually. Witness, I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be a very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What are you saying? First-rate people are never allowed to lose things. Haven't you ever heard of... Oh my gosh, he's going again. Oh, calm down. Okay. Oh, man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. We have a cell phone here. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean the phone Maggie found? There's no way. Question further. Mr. Wellington! Where is your cell phone right now? Huh. What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little bit confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. Here it is. Oh. I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. But the phone booth was right there in the photo. That's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was a need for a search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, of course. Of course I do. I have a photo from the crime scene. Let's have it then. This one right here has a phone booth right there. Present. Take that. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. No. But you don't understand. My logic after looking at it, something's wrong with you. You see it, don't you, Mr. Wellington? It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Good question. Order. Why does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. Seems pretty suspicious. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. but Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill. And on top of that, we still have the phone. But if he wasn't looking for his phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Maybe a bunch of bananas? Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation? I have an idea. Only one possible explanation. However, be forewarned that your explanation is not persuasive. You will be penalized. I think I have an idea. So I think we're good. Please present to the court one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Possibly he's looking for his glasses. Mr. Wellington! What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. I thought you thought it was stupid me slapping the desk. And pointing? These are your glasses, aren't they? Where do you find my... what do you mean? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I think so. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? How could that be? Order? Now wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess to confirm or anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear. As he fell, Justin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make a call. Sounds right. Sounds right. Mr. Wright, are you sure? Are you indicting the witness? The real murderer? Yes. Of course. That's precisely what I'm doing. Oh, never mind. He's going to kill himself right here. Never mind. I know I'm right. He's a real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out the cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyways, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. This is so exciting. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accused the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. No. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? You mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with a Y, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? In other words, how else would the person know her real name is Maggie or Maggie? This is a good point. Witness didn't even know her name. Was there any way? There has to be a way. Okay. How would he know? It's the phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Because I'm a smart little boy, that's why. Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there was some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie picked up this lost phone in the park. She also received a phone call from the owner of the cell phone. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. I love that ringtone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Yes, that's what I was meaning. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, sure, no. But you made one fatal mistake. My client's name is Maggie with a Y, and the name on the ground was Maggie with an IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without reason. Oh, you'd be surprised, sir. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Your Honor, can you explain what the motive the witness had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... the motive. Okay. So, now... let's give the names on the list. Because the names on the list are con artists. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? Yes, it's a list. The list I showed you before that you laughed at. These cell phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found, and have determined that the person on the list are members of a certain group. You are looking up all those numbers. Of course! This list of phone numbers I have stored in this cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to members of a certain con artist group. Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is worse crime than murder. Are you sure about that? Oh, wait. He's talking about the con artists. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us about the list. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me. You don't even know what that means. Your Honor, this is an unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on the phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is, I would say, a member of the group. It wouldn't be a victim. I don't think he'd be looking into it, so he's got to be a member of the group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill. This is too much. Too much for you? Hmm? That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? That police officer, Your Honor, what is this, Mr. Payne? This is, unjustified badgering the witness. We're getting somewhere. You're wrong. You said that exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the contents of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. Been searching for a phone. Okay. The defendant, after that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet her to get his phone back. Why then would she need to kill anyone? That's a valid point. What does the defense think? Maybe we should think outside of the box. Okay. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone if he would have been unfriendly to the defendant. I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him. Well then, Mr. Wright? Okay, I don't think it's any of these. Unless it's a glove. Do you think you would be, like, not like the glove? Okay. So, we can do profiles. So, he saw the person he killed. Mr. Wellington saw was the victim, a police officer. Dustin Prince was gone on his date right after his shift was over. Was he jealous? With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. The girl he picked up his phone is a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He's afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. It's possible they had already ran a check on his phone, so he killed them because of that. And he went into a panic? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. So if he would have just changed his clothes, nothing would have happened. Wow. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Ha 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 ha! Whoa, he's going crazy. What the crap? Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. All you've been waving around is talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number, this suspicious con group that. You're all on that phone. Who else says the phone is really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want proof? I told you earlier that phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone is your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it wasn't mine, you simpleton. It feels good to see you squirm. Wow. You do seem to have a problem on your hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing it is meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. The cell phone. Fingerprints. We did learn about fingerprints last game. So fingerprints on the phone. We should check for fingerprints. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Oh, you wiped it off? Oh, I did. You said there was sand all over it, so wiped it. Don't say that. He doesn't know. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here. Oh, and incidentally, you can check the number stored in this phone. So he has 2 cell phones. That's what I'm guessing. It must have glitched because all my numbers just magically disappeared. So he erased the numbers. Mr. Wellington? What is it? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where do you finally find your cell phone? Why is he going crazy? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my. Now I remember. This is where we first started. Beep. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. This is where he knocked him out. It was him. Okay. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far. If you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove it? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of the cell phone is, your indictment has no basis. Okay. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? There's got to be something left. Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. What's with you with this third-rate all the time? You only made one big mistake. Who are you? Where are you? Wait, what are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? Okay. Concludes cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so bon appetit. We gotta raise an objection. We can't let him leave. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh, they're sweating. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness and more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to present some evidence. Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he's already objecting? I'm sure you're fully aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period is ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now that Mr. Wright is your last chance. Please present one piece of evidence. The only thing we haven't used is business card. There was a phone number on it. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. I got the judge's business card. Nice. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time for exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card. The back of the card. The name on the card. It's me. The card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back? But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now? But the court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Wait! Wait! He switched phones. He grabbed our phone. Dun, 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 dun. What? Why is my phone? What is this stupid sounding ringtone? It's wonderful. Mr. Wellington? I like my phone back. Huh. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Yes. No. It can't be. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on the head this morning. No. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. How does that make you feel? He killed... What? Is that how it ended? He just dies there? Wow. So, that is what happened? You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington? He is the man who lives on pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide this involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding. It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested. He has been taken away, Your Honor. Good, good. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie, not guilty. Ha ha ha. I knew it. I knew she was innocent. Our people are always innocent, though, so that is all. This court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. Oh yeah, you can have the card back. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. Yeah, exactly. If he just wouldn't have been wearing his police uniform, he would have survived. It's probably because of me. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from a 9th story of my apartment... At 6 months old, you fell from a 9th floor of your apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. You have bad luck. So much bad luck. Failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. That's incredible. My life has really been a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless. What's worse is that my misfortune always seemed to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? I mean, I see someone in trouble and I always try to help. That's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth on the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. What? Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. I see. Everything is all my fault, Dustin's death. Your head being all messed up. And, well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. Oh. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. I'm not willing to bet that. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person. Instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit, yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. Take care of yourselves, too. Maybe now that she's gone, we won't have so much bad luck. What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay. That's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's get back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? I thought you said you got your memories back. I got some of them back. Not all of them. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Are we going to get flashbacks for every game? Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain clashes, but he's also been a good ally during others. Exactly. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's really swayed by others' opinions, easily swayed. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Mr. Payne. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya. You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgivable memories. For example, Earth's Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Yeah, I suppose I have. We've missed her. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington, so now we gotta get them again. I guess I have to start over from the beginning. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Burgers sound good. hasn't been long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Ah, the end of episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Cool! Brand new episode has been added. It said reunion something. Okay, save. Okay, so that is the end of The Lost Turnabouts there. We got a not guilty verdict. That's good. We proved that that guy that thought we were a third-rate lawyer was actually the murderer. That's great. I like seeing him in jail. And we got Maya back, okay? And now we're going to go on with episode 2, or well, not now, next time. Reunion and Turnabout, the investigation part. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Next time we'll continue on with episode 2. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. So, bye-bye.